can you tell us about your relationship with him? Not only are you coping with his final hours, but also at the same time you're learning about cinema um, through him directly.
She answers, can I interrupt something for a
Sure, go
moment?
ahead, Julie.
Barbara was Hector's star, and Barbara for Hector was everything. And he was so enthusiastic about how talented she was for years before she ever did this. And I think he had this incredible belief in her intuitive powers. And so when there were a lot of very vulnerable moments in this last film that he was making. And Barbara put herself into some very vulnerable situations, and Hector put her in those situations too. And I think that they were so interlocked and in concert with each other that when you talk about how did he teach her or mentor her or whatever, I mean, there was the directness between these two people, and the sharing of a sensibility was so much what she was so much a part of what he wanted, and vice versa. So when finally they got to doing this, it's almost as if they became one person that was melded together. And you could see in this dance scene where she became the epitome of his desire. And at the same time, there was no distance between him watching her and him being sensitive to being susceptible and vulnerable to whatever might befall her and himself. So it's very hard, I think, to talk about it in an academic way. I feel like these two people managed to do some, and I think if Hector was here, he would be so satisfied, and he felt so marginalized, and he felt like he was a Latin American director and he was part of something that was outside of the system. And I think through something extremely personal between Barbara and him, he's here in this platform, and I think he would just have all sorts of smiles on his face about what has happened here, and the kind of, she did not let him down.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to say about that.
Yeah. And you've made Barbara very emotional.
That you chose